Welcome to Space Matrix. Subscribe for the stories that shape tomorrow. Here, we dive deep into the forces shaping our world, bringing you the untold stories that matter most. The world is watching the Philippines, a nation long dependent on foreign oil, now at a turning point. For years, its energy future has been uncertain. But now, the eyes of the globe are fixed on what happens next. For decades, energy imports have left the country vulnerable to global price shocks and drained billions from its economy. Every barrel of oil brought in has meant more money flowing out, making the nation's growth fragile and unpredictable. The Malampaya gas field, once a lifeline, is nearly depleted, raising fears of an energy crisis for over 115 million Filipinos. Its decline has sent ripples of anxiety through households and businesses alike, threatening power supplies and economic stability. Every spike in global oil prices has hit daily life hard, from food costs to public transport. Ordinary Filipinos have felt the pinch at the pump and in the marketplace. As inflation bites and wages struggle to keep up, policymakers have debated energy security for years, but real solutions have been elusive. Despite countless meetings and proposals, the nation has remained at the mercy of global markets, searching for a breakthrough. Now, in October 2025, that narrative is about to change. A new chapter is unfolding, one that could redefine the country's destiny and inspire hope across the archipelago. The Philippines stands on the verge of rewriting its energy story, from scarcity to abundance. New discoveries and bold initiatives are lighting the way, promising a future where energy is not just imported, but produced at home. The stakes are enormous. The nation could shift from economic vulnerability to global influence. With newfound resources, the Philippines could transform its economy, create jobs, and become a key player on the world stage. The question is no longer how the Philippines will survive, but how it will manage a new era of resource wealth. Decisions made now will shape generations, determining whether this windfall brings prosperity or new challenges. The world is watching as the country prepares to seize this unprecedented opportunity. Allies and rivals alike are paying close attention, knowing that the balance of power in the region could soon shift. Will the Philippines become the world's next oil superpower? The answer could redefine not just its own future, but the fate of Southeast Asia. The answer could reshape Southeast Asia and the world. Stay tuned as we uncover the next chapter in this extraordinary story. The breakthrough came after years of speculation and anticipation, as scientists and engineers worked tirelessly to unlock the secrets beneath the waves. With the confirmation of massive oil reserves, the world's attention turned to the South China Sea, where the Recto Bank lies quietly beneath the surface, holding untold riches. Detailed surveys revealed not only oil, but also vast natural gas reserves in the Recto Bank, making it one of the most significant energy discoveries in recent history. International consortiums, working alongside the Philippine National Oil Company, have verified recoverable reserves exceeding 20 billion barrels of oil equivalent, an amount that could reshape the nation's future. This discovery rivals the world's largest finds of the 21st century, catapulting the Philippines into the top tier of oil-rich nations and opening doors to new economic opportunities. The Recto Bank, once a flashpoint of tension and territorial disputes, is now the epicenter of a potential economic miracle, promising prosperity for generations to come. Advanced seismic imaging and deep-water drilling have revealed a complex network of high-quality crude oil and vast natural gas fields, previously hidden deep beneath the ocean floor. Energy analysts are scrambling to update their models and forecasts. The Philippines is no longer a minor player, but a rising force in the global energy market. Global markets have already reacted, with oil prices dipping as a new, significant supplier emerges on the world stage, shifting the balance of power in the energy sector. For Filipinos, this is more than just economics. It's a moment of national pride, hope, and unity, as the country stands on the brink of a new era. The Recto Bank reserves could fuel decades of growth, create thousands of jobs, and transform the country's global standing, lifting millions out of poverty. This is the most significant economic development in a generation, with the potential to redefine the Philippines' role in the world economy. The Philippines is now poised to become a major energy exporter, supplying oil and gas to markets across Asia and beyond. The world is taking notice, as the Philippines steps confidently onto the global stage, ready to shape its own destiny. The Philippine government has responded with bold action. President Marcos Jr. introduced the Philippine Energy Sovereignty Act, streamlining investment and establishing the Maharlika Wealth Fund to manage oil revenues. The goal? Avoid the resource curse and ensure wealth benefits all Filipinos. Modeled after Norway's fund, strict rules direct profits to infrastructure, education, and green energy. The revitalized Philippine National Oil Company will partner in all Recto Bank projects, keeping national interests front and center. Foreign partnerships are welcome, but on Philippine terms, with requirements for local jobs, technology transfer, and environmental safeguards. A portion of revenues is earmarked for renewables, aiming to use oil profits to fund a green transition within decades. The vision, not just an oil superpower, but a diversified energy leader. International observers praise this forward-thinking approach. The Philippines is determined to turn this windfall into lasting prosperity. The world is watching to see if it succeeds. The Recto Bank discovery could spark a golden age for the Philippines. Economists predict GDP growth of 8 to 10% annually, once production peaks, transforming the nation's wealth. Billions in oil exports will erase the trade deficit and strengthen the peso. Construction, logistics, and services are already expanding to support the energy boom. The Maharlika Wealth Fund will finance new airports, high-speed rail, modern ports, and a reliable power grid. These projects promise millions of jobs and a foundation for long-term growth. Investments in education and healthcare aim to elevate the nation's human capital. But risks remain. A sudden influx of wealth could destabilize other sectors if not managed carefully. The government must guard against inflation and ensure benefits reach all Filipinos. If managed wisely, this windfall could lift millions from poverty and create a thriving middle class. The Philippines stands at the threshold of transformation. The next decade will define its future. The Philippines' rapid rise as an energy power is dramatically reshaping Southeast Asia's geopolitical landscape. Once seen as a net importer, the country is now emerging as a key player in the region's energy sector, drawing global attention to its newfound influence. Regional energy security, which for decades depended heavily on Middle Eastern imports, is now experiencing a shift. Manila is stepping up as a new and reliable supplier, offering its neighbors an alternative source of energy that is both closer and more stable. Countries like Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, and South Korea are increasingly looking to the Philippines as a dependable partner. Its proximity and political stability make it an attractive option for nations seeking to diversify their energy sources and reduce vulnerabilities. This new role elevates the Philippines' strategic importance within ASEAN and extends its influence far beyond the region, positioning it as a central hub in Southeast Asia's energy network. Manila's growing energy clout is translating into greater leverage at the diplomatic table. The country is now able to pursue a more independent and assertive foreign policy, balancing relationships with both regional neighbors and global powers. The Recto Bank, located in the resource-rich yet contested West Philippine Sea, adds a layer of complexity to the situation. China's overlapping claims in these waters have heightened tensions, making the Philippines' energy ambitions both a source of opportunity and challenge. Nevertheless, the sheer scale of the country's energy reserves, combined with stronger alliances and regional partnerships, is gradually shifting the balance of power in Southeast Asia. To ease tensions and foster growth, joint ventures and economic cooperation are being actively explored. These partnerships not only boost the economy, but also help build trust among neighboring countries. The Philippines stands poised to anchor a new energy security architecture for the entire region, creating fresh trade routes and strengthening the regional energy infrastructure. Its ability to supply energy to its neighbors could foster greater regional integration, economic growth, and long-term stability, making Southeast Asia more resilient to global shocks. Of course, significant geopolitical challenges remain, from territorial disputes to shifting alliances. Yet, the potential for Philippine leadership in the energy sector is immense and growing. With its expanding energy sector, the nation is on track to become both an economic and diplomatic powerhouse, shaping the future of the region for years to come. The world is watching closely as the Philippines takes center stage, influencing not just Southeast Asia, but the broader Indo-Pacific and redefining the region's future.